we're back in Buffalo. I'm hanging out with Steve. I know summer's slipping away from us, Steve, and that, of course, means fall's coming, which means yard cleanup. We have some backpack blowers here from STIHL. Tell us a little bit about what we got today.
Absolutely. So we've got three of the 5 models that we normally carry here. Kind of a good, better, best type scenario on this one. The major difference between most of these is power and how hard it blows. The Newton unit is how you measure the actual blowing power for each one of these. They're all going to be regular pull start. There's no electric start ones. They did make those years ago, no longer made. These are all considered professional units. They're not homeowner or professional. All your backpack blowers, for the most part, are professional units and will do what most homeowners need to get done. The BR350 here is our entry-level professional unit. Great for smaller half-acre to acre yards, or just even smaller yards with just a lot of trees. You'll get plenty of power on the long tube. It actually creates restriction here to allow it to really push out. Very light unit, very easy to use and start. So that's a great unit for people that are just not really having the 4 or 5 acres, or you know, professionals that are doing it on a daily basis. Then we move up to the BR600. The neat thing about the BR600 is that it is the lightest unit out there. Even though it's not the most powerful, it's the lightest. So it's the 3rd most powerful one that STIHL makes, but your landscapers love this one because it's a lot less weight for them to have to carry around on their back all day. Tons of power on this one. This was the preferred choice for many, many years by the landscapers until some of the bigger units came out. As we have here, the BR800X also comes in a BR800CE. The difference between the two is simply the BR800CE allows you to pull start it from your back without having to set it down, pull start it, and pick it back up. So it's very handy if you have to turn it on and off multiple times. The most powerful one STIHL makes is the BR800. And then, like I said, this would be the 3rd most powerful. And this one would be the entry level of the professional series.
Now, other than blowing leaves, which I think a lot of people are going to do with these, what are some other uses that? Because I know some of these people use these year round.
Absolutely. I use mine year round. Light snow, you know, up to 2-3 inches of lighter, you know, that fluffy snow that you really don't want to have to shovel, but it's too, and you can't use your snowblower for. These work fantastic. You get it out there, you just start blowing away, and it just pushes it all to the side, and it's very simple, very easy to use. Your decks, overhangs, things of that nature, you know, great for blowing off any excess snow and whatnot from there. So yes, snow is definitely another use that these can have.
I see these 3. I know we've seen, and I had a customer testimonial earlier this spring with one of the STIHL backpack blowers that had a liquid tank on it. Is that an option for people too?
It is, but it's a different unit. Those would be sprayers. In fact, we've got a few of those behind me here. What these are primarily used for is to spray for mosquitoes. They can also be used for other things, spraying to kill weeds, so on and so forth. But mostly these are a kind of a mister, so they work well for mosquitoes. Those are not interchangeable with these. The problem with these is they just don't have the blowing power that these would have to do the same job. So, and these are a bit more expensive than just buying a standard blower. So usually what you want to do with that is, if you're trying to look for both, unfortunately you really would want to buy each unit just so that you have the best possible scenario for whatever you're trying to do.
Now, you mentioned that the blowing power is measured in newtons. I know when we're looking at lawnmowers or tractors, any of that kind of stuff, we always talk horsepower and that kind of thing. Can you kind of break down what the Newton difference is between these blowers?
Sure. So newtons is kind of a confusing measurement because not many people, you know, other than Sir Isaac Newton, know how to measure newtons. A lot of your companies are going to use blowing force like miles per hour, things of that nature. That's neat, but miles per hour can be affected by just actually restricting the flow here, because now you have a very restricted air pocket coming out, your miles per hour is going to be higher on this than it possibly could on this, even though this is a much stronger and it has more volume. Newtons is a measure of volume of air versus just actual direct strength.
So kind of like if I was to stick my thumb over the end of the garden hose, that's going to increase my pressure, but not really give me any more power.
Correct. The homemade sprayer. Exactly. You got it.
Sure works good for spraying your brother or sister, or sometimes the kids too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, all these models are in stock here at M&M in Buffalo. Steve, tell everybody where they can find it and when you can come on into the store.
We're open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday. We're located in Buffalo, right off of Highway 55, just next to Culver's. Our phone number is 763-682-5252. You can come see me, myself or Brent or any of our other employees here. We'll be always happy to help you. And just direct you in what we think would be best for you. That's what we strive for here, is to make the best decisions with you, as opposed to not giving you the knowledge to make a good decision on it.